All right, guys, this is going to be a quick, honest review here of the MacBook 2016 from Apple. It's a very, very thin, very, very portable, very new design from Apple in terms of, laptops and notebooks. And I'm going to try and give you my best opinion here, coming from a person who really enjoys OS 10 as well as, I use Windows for work. I just recently owned a Surface Pro 4, and so I'm a fan of, a lot of different operating systems. Well, primarily the two biggest ones, Apple OS 10 and Microsoft Windows. I'm not really a Linux person, but just to talk more about this device and kind of my overall thoughts and opinions, I love the size. I think that this 12-inch screen, the Retina display is fantastic. I think that the color accuracy is really great. Obviously, the resolution is really great. I love the battery life of this computer. I get, 8 hours-ish, of casual use on the web with email, and just general browsing, videos. I watch Netflix, I watch movies. It lasts a long time. Battery life is great. Size of the notebook is great. The biggest downside to the whole entire thing is this USB-C port right here. Having one port is a major pain in the butt. You have to have an adapter for almost anything that you plug into it, which is a pretty big annoyance. The one positive thing to this one USB-C cable, though, is I have a Nexus 6 and a Nexus 5X phone that I use that uses USB-C to charge, and so I can actually charge this up with my phone charger, which is really cool. And it'll work with any standard USB charging device. So if you have a solar charger, if you're in the field, you can plug it into this thing using a USB cable, and it'll charge the battery. Like I said, very thin, very lightweight. I did opt for the highest end model with Apple Care, which brings this thing up to about $1,800, which is pretty expensive. But this is the 1.3 gigahertz model with 8 gigs of RAM and a 512 gigabyte solid state drive. It's really snappy. It's really speedy. I edit my HD videos on this thing, and it really doesn't. I mean, it's a tad bit slow doing that compared to a higher end computer, but I don't really notice that it's really that slow. There's no fan in the computer, and so you don't really hear any fan noise. The bottom doesn't get super hot. It does have a pretty nice keyboard. The key lengths are not as thick, or excuse me, as deep as I would like. So that your keystroke is pretty shallow, and so that can kind of be an annoyance to some people. But it takes a little bit of getting used to. Force touch trackpad is nice, super smooth glass like you're typically used to seeing in Apple notebooks, and then having that little extra force touch is cool. What happens is you press down on the trackpad, and it gives you like preview like that, a quick look, into the contents of the whatever you're clicking on, and some other features that are built into the software. But the trackpad's really nice. Other things I like about it are the stereo speakers built into the laptop are really high quality. I think that you get a really nice sound quality out of them. The webcam is not high definition, so that's kind of a bummer. Apple should really update the webcam to be a little bit higher resolution. Obviously no touchscreen, so if you're used to using a tablet, not having a touchscreen might be a little bit of a turn off. The instant, sleep and instant on is really, really nice. There's no moving parts in this thing at all, so it's pretty robust, in terms of like drops and falls and throwing it in a bag. You don't have to worry about it so much. The actual space gray color, I think, on this laptop is quite nice. I opted for the darker color. Some people like the rose gold or the silver models, but I prefer the darker color. The backlit keyboard is also really nice to have. You can use this keyboard in the dark. Apple's really gone ahead and put a lot of cool features and really nice little detailed touches in this laptop. And so for me, for general purpose use as a computer that can do most everything, again, email, photo editing, small video editing, watching videos, surfing the web. Really, really great device, guys. I really, really like this. It's replaced my Surface Pro 4. If you're a fan of my videos, you know that I've used a Surface Pro 4, and I gave it a try for about 6 months. Honestly, I like the Surface Pro. The two biggest reasons I got rid of it and went back to a Mac are, number one, the pen. I never use the pen. I never use the device as a tablet, and that's just me. That's not saying anything bad about the Surface. It's just my own personal use. Number two, I had really, really frequent graphics card crashes on the Surface Pro 4, and that was a huge deal breaker for me. I can't be using my computer as a work device, trying to edit videos and having the stupid graphics card driver crash. And so unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I sold my Surface Pro 4 and I went back to a MacBook. And I'm really happy I did that. I love having this thing in bed with me and watching movies. You know, it's super lightweight. It's no problem at all to kind of set it up on your lap and watch a video in bed. I have no problems with the keyboard. You know, again, it's a big personal preference, but I like the keyboard. I love the trackpad. I love the Retina display. The USB-C, I can work around it. I don't like it, but I can work around it. And all in all, it's a great laptop. I'm hoping that it'll get me by at least the next 2 or 3 years, you know, until Apple releases my dream machine, which would be a Retina MacBook Air in 13-inch. But we'll see if they end up doing that. So hope you guys enjoy this little honest review here of the 2016 MacBook in Space Gray. Thanks.